5:16, we'll start the meeting for the 300th committee. All right, so I've got some not the best news as far as our $50,000 that the grant we got from the state, from the Office of Tourism and Travel. I got some communications from them, was looking into it, and everything has to be used up by this fiscal year, by June 30th. So yes, I did send to them.
I've been upstairs in room 203.
That's because I sent you the wrong one.
I'm thinking something's amiss here. Something's wrong.
Can we prepay for anything?
So that's what I'm hoping. I'm in communications with them today. So some stuff they pay like 50%, and then when you get the rest of it, they'll pay the other half. So I'm hoping either some of the speakers we can book ahead of time. We can see about the hall.
Yeah.
Maybe paying the hall off and stuff.
Right.
And then some of these things we'll be able to pay, and then as we get money back, we can put it back in the funds, so we can. I'm not thinking it's a complete waste, but I don't know if we'll be able to spend all of the 50,000.
Could we buy a bunch of merch so we have stuff to sell?
That's also a possibility too.
Yeah.
I don't know how much we'll need, but
Right.
The live sales haven't been that great yet, but
That's true.
we haven't done them in great weather either. So.
True.
We
need to find some warm weather outside.
At the festival, the luminaries.
We froze. We didn't make an hour and a half, and we had 3 sales.
And I was one of them.
Yeah.
And
I bought the pajama pants.
She was cold.
They're actually very comfortable. I absolutely love them. So
Sorry.
everyone's
was,
getting them for next Christmas.
It was a great location for past luminaries because everyone's right there at the green, and nobody wanted to stay out this year. It was too cold. So
As a result of week there as well, the luminaries, everyone wants to get
Yeah,
in.
Great.
exactly.
The room was packed.
nice.
We're also extremely early on.
We are
our
still.
sales too. So
A lot of interest. People have been interested in it and asking about it. So hopefully, with the next year coming up, we will start to do some sales.
Yeah. And maybe we can get going on an ornament for next year. You
We can
buy it
purchase
this year and
those, too.
start selling those in the fall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because that would draw people too, and if we get the Venmo set up, that could help. So, yeah.
So I know it has to be done by the fiscal year, but what's like the date? Like how far until we're pushing it if we go?
All paperwork has to be submitted for payment by June 30th.
Okay, so we really want to be done probably by like May 1st or something.
By May, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Not just me,
But submitted, yes. Yep. And I will, they said I'm in communications with the woman in that office, and I will find out, like, if we can do some down payments, if they'll pay those, and then the rest of it we'll have to worry about later on, or if they want everything paid for from those funds before the 30th. So I can, sure.
Challenge accepted.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So then, let's see. So other than that, I said we had the very miserable attempt at selling merchandise on the very cold luminary night. But we still have a lot of live merchandise that we can do sales in the future at town events. So that's a good thing coming up. Let's see what else with fundraising. Anybody else have anything with fundraising?
No, but could I ask a question?
Sure.
About the house tour, because that's my area.
Yep.
I told you, I don't think we will need any funding from the town to support this event, but I'm going to ask for a fee for people to do the house tour. So money will come in, that would pay for the booklet printing, it would pay for the costumes and actor. What happens to the extra money?
The extra money
I'm hoping there will be.
goes back to the
Historic,
the
300.
the committee, and then if we have then we have I can't remember the exact number, it was $36,000 that was left over from the 275th anniversary. So if this committee has any money left over, it will be
It'll
put
go
in
to
the
the
bank account.
325th.
It'll go to 325th.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So actually, if you have,
I have nothing yet.
if you are able to have things done by April or so, and you want, we could possibly purchase all that stuff with this money, and then anything you get back can come right back to the. It won't be ready. Okay.
I don't think so. We're not planning to do it until 2026.
Yeah.
So we've got plenty of time, and I've only got a couple of places, locations set up, so I've got a long way to go.
And
But
then-
I just didn't know logistically how it's gonna work, so that's why
Yes,
I'm
it will
asking.
come back, yep.
I'll get my garden for people to be dosing at the houses and all that, but I just didn't know, as long as we keep it within our, the income that we receive, we're good to go.
Yes, yep. And then another thing I'll do too is I will speak with Representative Lenatra's office and see the feasibility of maybe turning this back in and getting it next year.
Yeah.
If it can,
Right.
Again, it will still have to be used by June of next year, but we'll already be starting some of our projects. So I think that will be easier to spend the money.
I would, if we're gonna go that route, I would make sure we have in writing that it will get it.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I don't know what the state's
Yeah,
financials are gonna be next year, so that's why I wanna have a conversation with them before.
Yeah.
John, is there anything else you could prepay, like fireworks or anything?
Yeah.
I need to see if we can do how far out we can, and if they'll, I don't know if they'll even put a package out if we don't have a location yet. We have a couple of ideas. There's only limited places in town that we can have fireworks, one being the high school. If we have a couple, if we can give them a couple preliminary locations, they might be able to put a package together for us, and we can prepay that. Yeah. And again, I need to check with the state and see how far out they'll pay. They may not pay out that far, so. But we'll check with all that.
John, I have another question too. I know on the rec side, we've pretty much approved being able to sell stuff, just about everything.
Yep.
What about the sporting events? Like Pottle Street on a Saturday in the middle of the summer gets packed.
It's all up to volunteers. We can have the volunteers get out there, definitely.
I mean, I wouldn't see an issue that stuff could be sold down
I
there. You know what I mean?
definitely would, yes.
Yeah.
So, just a thought.
have we talked to yet to like to the school or like the scouting if they need volunteer hours, things like that?
I did speak with the principal, and I just need to get an email to her, and there's one teacher that's kind of interested in the history that she's gonna put me in touch with, and then they definitely would put it out for all the students that need hours. So I did preliminary talk to her. We just need to send an email and get it official.
Okay.
And then the only thing with that is that's fine, but we'll just have to have some sort of an adult there with them. Like you can't just have just the students selling the merchandise for us. So that's all. We just have to have a volunteer with them.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on funding or fundraising? Okay. So,
One other fundraising idea,
yep.
just an offshoot. If we had any sort of, even here, right, selling Christmas trees next year to benefit the 300.
It's a possibility. The problem is Christmas trees have skyrocketed the last few years.
Mhm.
And I know places that used to sell them aren't selling them anymore because they can't get them.
Yeah.
If we can find a vendor to do it, then it's a possibility. Yeah.
That's it, I'm done.
No, bring ideas. It's great. Let's see. And we don't have any meeting minutes from the last one, correct? That's okay. All right, so as far as some of our ideas, the time capsule that we wanted to open up, I did a little more research and we're not gonna be able to open it up, the one that's on the corner of the font school. It was actually put there with the plans to open it in 2076, so. That we were going to use the night, I wanna say it's June 16th. That's the day the town became a town. So I would still like to have something that night. We'll just have to come up with something else to do. If
So
everyone
where
can
is
think of
that
some
time
ideas.
capsule to
It's
be
on
open in
the, I believe
2026?
it's on the right front corner of the font school,
Okay.
or the step, the right front step somewhere. in
And
there.
it's not like a war time capsule. Come on.
No, I think it was done by the 250th
It was,
committee.
okay.
I think so, yeah. So,
Not for us to do.
So it's for the two.
I'd like to be here
It's
for that, but I'm not
350.
sure I'll make
It's
it.
for the 350th, I think it is,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
I think,
We'll have to come up with something else.
yeah, we'll have to
Okay.
come up with something, but I'd like, I know it's a Tuesday night, but since that's the actual date, I would like to.
Maybe
do
we can
something.
bury our own time capsule.
That's a possibility too.
You know?
Yes.
We'll be all set.
Oh.
Jenna will be here for the 350, right?
I'll only be 106. I think I'll miss it by
I
a
think I'd
couple
like to-
years.
I think I'd like to see that, Jenna.
Come on,
We'll
by.
have you dig, we'll give you a shovel.
All right, so we don't have any bills. So as far as working groups are concerned, the parade, I reached out to Ollie DiMacedo, used to be a selectman here in town, and he is one of the organizers of the Kingston Thanksgiving Day Parade. He said he would be willing to be on that working group and help us with the parade. And he also came up with the idea of building a float for our parade and then also putting it in the Plymouth parade in 26 to celebrate the fact that we were part of Plymouth for 100 years.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Okay.
So hopefully now we
Good.
have a few
job.
members for that working group so we can get moving forward on the parade.
He loves parade ideas.
Yes.
Right.
Anybody else have anything with their working group?
No, I'm disappointed to say that Lisa Turcotte, who I mentioned last time, who has a great graphic design background, she's gonna be in Florida 6 months out of the year.
Okay.
So
They have
she
computers
isn't
there.
Easily. Well, she's been emailing my newsletters from Florida.
Oh, okay.
Every month.
Right.
But it's not as easy to work with her when she's not,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Okay.
available. So, yeah, I've got things slated for the summer for her to do, so.
Okay.
But I just thought I'd let you know, it isn't like she's around to come to meetings and all that, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone has learned how to say no.
Mm, mm. Yeah, she's my vice president.
Yeah.
Great loss for me,
Right.
great loss. But
All right, any other of the working groups?
if you find you need some expenditures to work with that state funding, I certainly could come up with and then I could reimburse. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
If
that's
you
what we're
need
thinking.
to,
Right.
because
Right.
we don't have anything to work with at this point, so,
Right.
but anyway,
Okay.
that's just. the
Like
thought
maybe
I'd
we can
throw out.
pay for a graphic designer to do
Yeah.
some stuff,
Yep.
you know, and pay
Mhm.
them up front at least to do.
To design, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And if we want any like pamphlet or brochure for all the
Oh,
events
certainly
we
like
have going
posters
on.
and
Oh,
the
there's tons of
flyer,
stuff.
yeah, there's
Right.
tons of stuff,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can reach out to the gentleman who actually did the new, revamped our town sale.
Okay.
Who did the merch that we have, like that design, those designs? Where did that all come from?
From
The
The
Firefly.
graphic, huh?
Firefly, right?
Oh.
Her
vendor.
and Missy Batchelor work together on that,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Otherwise known as Bateman.
I'm sorry, yeah. Missy- I grew up on Missy's.
I know, right?
All right.
Yeah. All right. So the other big thing, and I know as a group, we're thinking everybody wants an old home day, and that's like one of our biggest things. We still don't have anybody to like run that.
Yeah.
So,
right.
like collaboratively, we're gonna have to come together and start planning that.
Yeah, okay.
If we can't get a subcommittee for that or a working group for that. I don't know how much the expenditure is gonna be other than like, I know we're planning to do the fireworks during that and that will be some money, but I think that's probably gonna be the most work as far as planning and organizing. So, anybody have any ideas on that? And so right now, we haven't even approached the school yet, which we should. But that's probably most likely gonna be the best place as far as parking,
Mhm.
places, enough space and everything, and then go to
Okay.
fireworks.
Yeah.
So,
When were you planning to do it? What time of year? What part of the year?
That, I believe we were thinking, in July.
Okay, so school's not in session.
No, it
right?
would be
Oh,
when
yeah.
school's not there, yes.
They would probably never let us do it otherwise.
No,
Yeah.
no.
All right.
I mean, I don't know much of what's involved, but I'm happy to officially join that
Yes.
subcommittee, but I don't know if I can chair it, though. I didn't say
No,
chair,
that's,
because I don't know anything about it. I've never been here for one, but, you know,
Delegate.
so really,
but
they were at the
talk
turn
about
of the
it.
last century. There's no pictures in this one, but so I know like they had different, like they'd have, like clam bake and then games and stuff like that. So
Kind of
it's
like a fair,
that's
sort of.
Yeah.
similar, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's, I think it's really open to our imagination what we want to do. If we want to incorporate some stuff that they did in the past and then some new stuff.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
Thinking of the right person.
mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Not her,
No,
maybe Mike. Well,
I can ask him. He's expressed some
I'll
interest
call-
in helping
That's
out.
what was told me
Ah,
a
there
few
we
minutes
go.
ago,
Yeah, oh,
so
was
I
it?
can call him on my way out
All
of
right.
Hey.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of time right now.
that'd be
so-
awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
Could incoming seniors be a resource? Or maybe they already have their community service hours. by
No,
then,
they
or-
definitely will. That would be, a big part of
Beyond,
it,
yeah.
other than selling merchandise,
Right.
for these functions, like the day of the parade, the day of the, Old Home Day, that's where a lot of these volunteers will come in handy.
They could run events for the kids and stuff, like
Right.
the fields and
Yes.
Yeah.
rec department getting involved.
Yep.
The agricultural fair people that have it here, they have a lot of people that come in and do, like, trucks, food trucks and
Yeah.
all that. Maybe I can contact Jean Landis Nauman, who runs that, and see if she has any suggestions of who we could reach out to.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's,
saying.
we just need to start putting ideas together, so that's great.
Right,
Yeah.
right, okay, I can ask her.
Yeah, clam bake. I mean, I know
Yeah.
the town of Carver still does Old Home Days, and
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
logistically, that might be too much, but if it's possible, that's what they did in the past, so, yeah.
Right,
But
right.
maybe, from the ag committee, maybe,
That's,
a
yeah,
couple of our, oyster guys, John Wellis, they may know some, where to get,
right.
source.
Well, that's what I thought, the
source clams
agricultural
anyway, but,
committee,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
they have a lot of contacts, vendors.
I can ask John as well.
Hmm.
Guys
Hmm.
down there.
Yeah, just to get ideas of who could be involved.
Yeah.
that would be great.
All right, so I will get an email out to the principal to start, the process of looking for volunteers for things. I'll also, probably over at the admin building, I'll contact them and see about the possibility of using the school grounds and what that's gonna entail. 'Cause
once we
it's-
start to pull a plan together, I can see what we can do from rec, maybe have some games or something like that
Yeah.
out there,
Okay,
you know. But we'll get the plan and then I'll bring it to them and we'll see what we can pull together.
okay,
Cause you're saying in July, right?
yeah,
So I mean, we'll all have our staff up by then too. Work out fine.
Mhm.
so actually, I'll check with the police too, because they do the, National Night Out, they use the school, so I'll find out, from them how they, coordinate and if there's a fee
Oh,
or
you're
not and
thinking
stuff.
KIS?
No,
You're thinking
no,
Silver
it's been at Silver Lake the last few years.
Oh, that's a long expense since I've been.
Yeah.
there.
But the only thing with Silver Lake is it's its own entity, it's not
Right,
associated with the town, so I don't know
yeah.
if there are fees or if they'll let us use it or what that
Right.
is, so we'll have to talk with them. All right. Any other ideas for Old Home?
I think that's a good start.
Hmm.
Favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing from my end, so.
Okay.
Pie eating I don't know.
I was like one lick away from winning a blueberry pie eating contest when I was like 6, and haven't been able to eat a blueberry pie since.
Okay, maybe not for you.
No,
then.
but I won't enter it.
Yeah.
I'll judge.
You just think of like old fashioned fare. Like,
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
bobbing for apple. I don't know,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah,
But I can talk to Tom and see, Tom Vendetti probably has research on what some of the
He'll
activities
definitely
used to
know what,
be.
yes.
Sure.
And
I
if not,
can,
we
and
can,
I think they have
Get
all that
the
information
archives.
at the archives.
yeah, I'm sure they
Actually,
do. Tom would probably be able to, Tom would delight in putting together a report on that. kind of stuff. You know, we all know how Tom is. But yeah, I can do a little
We can
digging and
research.
see
He
like what kind of,
probably
what
has
is the
something in
oldest
the book
school
on it,
kind of
doesn't he?
fair
Not
that
Not
I
yet.
can find. Yeah, I'll see what I can find, like some, like, you know, I'm looking at that picture up there and I'm like, you know, pair of
Yes.
cows pulling a hay ride.
exactly.
But yeah, I'll see what I can find.
I will tell you
Historically.
something fun that we did over in Whitman, years ago on the rec there. I forget exactly what we called it, but there was a grid, 100 squares, and you'd sell them.
Oh, the
And then
cow
you had the
plots.
cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
It's so
yeah.
much fun.
Jean
Yes.
did it at the agricultural. fair.
Right.
Oh, yeah?
I think the
Right.
high school ran it. The
Yeah.
high school, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's gonna be a wealth of ideas for that type of
Okay.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good-
The cow plot, is that what they call it?
It
Or
was
something?
something different, but it was along that lines,
Cow
right?
bingo or something.
Yeah.
We did that for a fundraiser.
And there's also another like fundraiser that we had done, which was a helicopter drop. So everyone, you could buy as many tickets as you want. A
Oh,
helicopter
wow.
would come by and would do all sorts of trick flybys.
Yep.
But it was carrying a bag of golf balls. You'd set a
Oh,
pin out there.
Yeah,
And eventually, after it was done doing its flybys, it would drop the balls, and the closest ball to the pin won
right.
Wow.
whatever the
Yeah.
pot was.
We
Oh,
also
I've always
have
done a
the,
golf
Andrea ran
tournament
that
when I-
too.
Did she?
Yeah, so
Okay.
she would actually have a lot of info on it.
Yeah.
yeah, if we're not able to get a helicopter, we have the ladder truck, the tower truck.
Yeah, that
We
would
could do it
work
from that
too.
as well.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility. Okay.
yeah, all kinds of games and things.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to volunteer, but you toss the ball and then the guy falls in the water.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said a guy.
Mhm.
The guy
If it's
falls
hot,
in.
I'll go.
Dump-
But if
dump
it's
the
on
clown.
tank-
Dump the
What do
clown
they
You
call
could
it?
sell
Dump
it,
it.
yeah, you could
Yeah,
sell, like,
that's
you know,
always fun.
It
People
is.
like that
That'd be
too.
fun to get like some like notable people around town and you can
Yes,
pay
to
a certain amount of
volunteer to
money
do
to
that.
get to volunteer to do it, but like if you want like to get John up there, it's gonna be $100, you know, or
Mhm,
whatever it is.
mhm,
But
mhm.
yeah, if
They
you were
did it
willing,
in
you know,
Clifton. I know it was
yeah,
very popular.
that'd be fun. Yeah, those kind of
He's
things are
hippie.
fun.
Yeah.
There you
Valid
go.
thinking, yeah.
$500 for him.
I don't know where you get the dunk tank though. I mean,
You can rent
them.
Oh, there's,
Rent 'em.
yeah.
You can
rental
rent
You
them.
can
space.
rent them.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Busy Bee Jumpers carries them
Yeah.
too.
Oh, do they?
Mhm.
I had one
I
for my
think that's-
sister-in-law's
that'd
baby
be
shower.
Yeah.
Did you really?
It was, or I think it was a bridal shower. It was August. It was hot, and I knew like my brothers and other
Yeah.
kids were gonna be around.
Oh,
My
that's
sister-in-law
smart.
was like, "What?"
But
It
once
was-
it got
it-
hot, people were like, I'll go
Yeah.
in. Absolutely. That's funny. That's funny.
All right. So nothing else under the working groups. Any luck with any recruitment? Anybody?
So my son is
Interesting.
gonna come in. He
Okay.
just hasn't filled out the paperwork yet because he was getting through finals.
Yeah.
But he's
Awesome.
definitely,
And
I asked him before I left and he said absolutely.
Great, okay,
So whatever you want to use him for, he's willing to do.
okay. Yep, we'll find something for him. Probably a couple of things that, then we'll see, which one he has interest in. you know,
Mhm.
Sure. All right.
I
That's
can almost
good.
guarantee you if Mike does that Old Home Day, he'd probably go in and help him with it because he's got a good relationship with Mike.
Oh, good, okay,
So
that works. I did have somebody, reach out to a work colleague, and, let me see. What's her name? One second. It was- This woman was on, I believe, the 275th committee and showed interest in giving us some information and also possibly being on Lori Allen. I don't know who that is. I don't know if anybody does.
sounds familiar, but I see a lot of names.
So I did leave a message for her. I'm waiting to hear back. So that might be a possibility of somebody else in the committee. And then again, if you want to get the word out, if people want to help out, but like don't want to officially be on the committee, all these working groups will need some volunteers and it won't be as much work, just individual projects, so. All right. I really don't have any other ideas of recruitment, just still trying to put it out on websites and,
Yeah, I think now that we're getting closer, it
Facebook
might
and
be
stuff,
more likely to get people.
yeah. All right, does anybody have anything on the new business? No? Okay. I don't have anything on the new business, so that's really it for tonight.
Should,
Go ahead.
just quickly, should we plan for probably, maybe not February, but maybe March or April, doubling up the meetings if we're gonna need to spend that money?
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, do we want to, so maybe go for 2 in March?
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't say that we need to do it unless we have a game plan. So maybe that should be a focus of February.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll put that on the agenda for February.
Just because that's gonna be that's definitely something we need to do.
Yes,
Yeah,
What date do you have for that February meeting?
so everything is the third Thursday, so right now February is the
Wednesday.
19th. Sorry, did I say Thursday?
Yes, you did.
The third Wednesday.
John, I need to know the accurate information here. Don't screw me up.
I have
again.
too many meetings, I'm sorry.
Right?
I do too.
Right?
February when? That's why I'm asking. so I
February
know.
19th
Thank you, John.
is the third Wednesday.
February 19th, all right. In this room, downstairs or upstairs?
Not quite sure yet.
Okay, all right,
they-
so I'll check them out.
Yes, I'll try to, I was trying to be more diligent sending out the agenda and I sent out the wrong one. So
Yes.
I will try to make sure I get the right one
That's
next time.
okay, that's okay.
It's a good
No,
reminder
it's not
for
a
me,
big deal.
you know.
It's just a big one. But I knew when nobody was up there.
I thought that was you walking in ahead of
It
me.
was me.
Yeah.
And I went right upstairs because the agenda I got in the email said 2:03.
Yeah.
So that's where I went. And the room was dark. And I didn't cancel it and I wasn't made aware.
We were gonna come get you.
All right,
John, I may have one thing. So I don't know
Sure.
if this is new business, but Carol Anderson, Jones River Village Historical
Mm.
Society, mentioned, wondering if, likely during the summer, if the committee would like to have a lunch on the Bradford House lawn
okay.
and maybe combine it with house tour and something showcasing,
Well, I
that
told
place.
her,
Um,
we're using Bradford House for the house tour and we're getting a reenactor who will be in
That's
costume.
great.
Well, that's, and I already discussed it with her, but I didn't give her a time frame as to when we were gonna do it. So maybe the summer before, it could be a preview event to have a luncheon there and talk about what's coming the following fall.
Is she gonna do the breakfasts this
She
summer?
always does. but
I don't
she's-
know. I think it was getting to be a little too much. So
She-
I
yeah.
was, right?
Yeah, I
So,
know.
but we could, if they are doing that, us as a committee, maybe host one. Right? Didn't she?
And
suggest-
so
didn't you
there was
suggest it?
suggested last year, but I'd like to join the book committee and ours, but I don't think it was kind of short of notice. We didn't have the
did
volunteers to
one.
do it.
We did
But
one
Yeah.
breakfast.
With enough notice, I think we can do that.
July.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're gonna do them, because they have a leadership vacuum.
Right.
The
They do.
Historical Society. Carol needs to step down and
They need
they got their annual meeting coming up next month, to see if anybody
Wants to take
emerges,
one.
but it's kind of uncertain.
Mm.
Hopefully they'll have the breakfast this summer, but
She's been
and
looking for that.
definitely, full committee could join in with this committee and be there
Mm.
if that happens.
So the reenactor, he charges a fee, correct?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
So
yeah. That's what I'm
if
thinking,
they-
maybe
if you're gonna
those
use them this
things
summer,
I
then
could
maybe
get.
yes.
Right.
I could get the
Right.
money up front
Okay.
rather than, Michelle, what's her name? Whatever her name. is.
Ballinger?
Ballinger.
Ballinger, yes. She was going to let me know who that is, but,
Okay.
and I haven't heard anything. So I may get someone else on that. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what the fee would be.
Okay.
Depends upon the length of the house tour.
Okay.
Usually it's a 4-hour stint. Probably. So I could find out and get that money up front. That would be a good thing, you think?
Yeah,
There's also, so back behind the school, are those walking trails?
Yep.
And some bodies of water. So if we did but they don't, there's no current for any of those bodies of water,
no,
you know? A rubber ducky race or something like that. But
no, but we can do that.
something on the, I would love
We
to do
could do it
something
on
on
the
the Jones
Jones, we just have
River.
to be able to recover them, that's all.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Again, you could probably get something by the, what's the boatyard there?
Oh, the landing.
The landing, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like release them somewhere around
Oh.
there. And then further down,
Yeah,
have the finish
right.
line, yeah,
Right.
that's a possibility.
And then retrieve them all out of the marshal. Get them out of all the mosquito
We're in a
ditches.
little time.
Did you go to the library? Did you have a meeting at the library? You were going to.
We did.
I told you I
Yeah.
would come, but I didn't know
Would you
about
like
it,
to
so
give-
I didn't go.
Oh,
A report about that?
sure, yeah, no, it was really successful, for the holidays. With part of in concert with the book that we're doing, we proposed, a then and now photo expo and a speaker series. Had some, most of you saw, the really great photography, but the idea is, the then drawing from the, vast archival photos, earlier 1900s, et cetera, and then, complement them with some great photos that we're getting today of just people that work in town and of people who serve the town, as John knows. We have great selection, fire department and retired chiefs, and Veterans Day with the dedication of the memorial. We have incredible photos of all the people there, et cetera. So that's just like one example of those photos. And the trustees and the director really supported. They're thinking of maybe hosting 2 to 3 like month-long photo expos in the library, likely in the back, kind of the hallway, make it a gallery.
They have
if
an
you
art
will.
gallery.
Yeah, use the gallery space. And then also speaker series, and that's a lot of ideas are coming up, but some of the topics tied in with content in the book, but a lot of others, and to bring in some exciting people, make it not like, most of them not like sort of academic or very niche talks, something bigger. It was suggested the other night, if you remember from Chronicle, Peter Mahegan used to do that show. He's in Situate, and he approached the town a couple years ago. They were working on developing a South Shore Heritage Trail, which Kingston's a part of, South Shore Irish Heritage Trail. And the tidbits of the town's history and immigrants coming here and all that is part of the trail. Maybe we can get someone like Peter to do a talk. That's just one example of something that might have some broader interest. So trustees like the idea. They'd like to start the photo expo this summer, potentially, and that could help, publicize kicking off things that you plan, everybody's planned.
What is your photographer's name?
And Newt.
He came to the festival of trees and took pictures. He's
Yeah.
good.
He's fabulous.
Anything else on the new business? No? Okay, so hearing that, that's all I have for tonight. So,
What
thank
is,
you everyone.
just a quick question. What is the process? If I can recruit some people to be on the committee, I'm thinking Jean might want to be on this committee.
Yep.
Do I go through your office first to
You
get?
write a
Nothing
letter
to do with
to-
my office.
write a letter to the Board of
Board of
Selectmen.
Selectmen.
You write a letter to the Board of Selectmen, they send it back to us, we talk about it, and then we send it back and say yes, and they vote them in.
But doesn't Paul have to swear them in?
That's after the
That's
Board of
after
Selectmen.
the
Okay,
selectmen.
the
Yeah.
approve it.
selectmen's first, write a
Yeah.
letter to them,
Yeah.
and then they will refer, okay.
And if anybody can give anyone my
Jean's
information. they have
well
it.
aware of the process.
Yeah, she's been on many committees,
Oh,
yes.
she has, and that's why I'm.
Oh, yeah,
thinking
she was also
would be great.
selectman at one point.
Yeah.
so-
Oh, was she?
Yeah,
I, well, see, I'm new. I
Yeah, I
don't
know,
know.
right?
who's
yeah,
who,
no,
but-
she's on like 3 different.
But I think
committees.
she would be, have a lot of information to
Yeah.
share.
Yes.
So, I thought I would ask her.
Okay,
Great.
that would be great. So if,
Shall I move to adjourn?
yeah, if we could just, kind of work on some of the ideas for the Old Home Day and then any expenditures that anyone can think of for the next meeting.
Okay.
So, and with that, if someone has a motion to adjourn,
I move we adjourn. at-
Second.
Second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a
Aye,
good
bye.